From the beginning of time, man has always had a pursuit of the best quality of life possible. That quality of life is not possible without resources. The form of resources we have accumulated has changed over time from cowrie shells, state-controlled money, precious metals, real estate, and stocks and bonds. Over the past 100 years, the world has been dominated by the US dollar and its reserves. But everything that has a beginning also has an end. A new financial revolution is upon us with the emergence of a digital economy. The way we earn, spend, and accumulate resources is fundamentally changing. A new asset has appeared that the wealthy have overlooked. Bitcoin has become the best performing asset of the past decade by far. With only 21 million ever in existence, there are more millionaires and billionaires in the world today than there are Bitcoin. Just by holding 0.25 Bitcoin today will put you in the top 1% asset holders in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. If you would have invested $100,000 in Bitcoin in 2013, today it will be worth more than $15 million. Bitcoin billionaire Raoul Pal says, Bitcoin's performance is so dominant and so all-encompassing that it is going to suck in every single asset narrative dry and spit it out. Never before in my career have I seen a trade so dominant that holding any other assets makes almost no sense. This is not an industry you can afford to ignore. If you want to remain in business, then you must adapt. Are you offering services in Bitcoin? Are you accepting payments with digital currencies? Have you adopted blockchain technology? Blockbuster Video at one point was the most dominant video service in the world. They had the opportunity to be part of Netflix, but they ignored the changing technology. Where is Blockbuster today? Where will you be tomorrow? All right. Good morning, everybody. I knew something is missing here. All right, there we go. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule on this beautiful Saturday to get some education, to see what's going on in the world of crypto space. On Saturdays, we do Crypto Talk for everybody. We're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. The rest of the week, it is just for the inner circle, but at least on Saturday, you guys get a glimpse at what the inner circle gets once a week. And so we look at week to week on Saturday mornings when we look at the crypto space. So go ahead and type in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestion, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. So far I see we've got Laura Coleman Brown from Maryland, Darlene Bacon Horn from Durham, North Carolina. Laura Coleman Brown, Maryland, yes. Darlene Van Hairston, happy, I think your son's birthday? No. Van, your son is involved in Lin-Manuel Miranda. That's right, The Heights. Now, I've never seen The Heights. I am a very, very big fan of Hamilton, but I haven't seen The Heights yet. So congratulations on that, Mr. Hairston. Jeremy from Savannah, Georgia. Dorothy from sunny Tampa, Florida. Sue Williams, good morning. Faye Harris, Temecula, California. Marnita Casa from Colorado. Kevin Amy from Texas. Patty from San Diego. Willow, good morning. Joyce from Augusta, South Carolina. Janelle from Colorado. Pelvis Lofties from Corpus Christi, Texas. Thank you, Willow. Happy belated birthday. Gina Mohammed from Philly. Good morning, Gina. Yashika from Columbus, Georgia. Derek from Dominica. Kevin from Georgia. Peter Blackwell. I don't remember the last Crypto Talk you made it on, but welcome. Good morning from Florida. Darlene, good morning. Steve Randall from Memphis, Tennessee. Daryl Weston from Texas. So good morning, good morning. So we've got some information for crypto this morning and also what's coming up this week and what's happening within the ILC. We've got some big things happening over the next 2 weeks as we end the month of July, my birthday month. So I always like that. You see my new shirt? I just say no to inflation. This is part of our ILCA apparel. You can go to ilcaapparel.com, ilcaapparel.com, and you'll be able to purchase shirts like this. There's I don't know 80 of them, different sayings. Also, those of you that wanted to be part of our Tuesday and Thursday night live trainings, we're doing Bitcoin 101 right now. All you have to do, if you're not a founding member, go to ilcabitcoin101.com to register, get the Bitcoin 101 courses, and every Tuesday and Thursday night we're doing live training. And then what's happening 9 days from today? 9 days from today is our next 5-day challenge. That's our next 5-day challenge. All you have to do is go to ilcachallenge.com, ilcachallenge.com to register for that. We have some new panelists. Well, one new panelist that is coming up, and Mr. Ken Lockhart. I'm actually doing a private training for his team tomorrow as they're getting ready for the 5-day challenge. And then we have a special marketing webinar coming up this Wednesday, and I'll talk about that at the end. So let me get this off the screen here, and let me share screen. A lot in the works. I'm also going to talk about Nugent. I predicted it. That's why I say, guys, I don't call it predictions anymore. I say spoiler alert. So those of you in the inner circle heard me all week, and I told you exactly what was going to happen. What's going on? Stan from, oh, wait, I missed that. Who we got there? Stan Thompson from Michigan. Facebook user from, that's Lois from Ontario, Canada. Doreen Buckner from Anguilla. I guess I pronounced that right. Anguilla. So good morning. So let's take a look at the market cap this morning. Let me make sure I do hit the refresh. Like I said, we have a lot going on, a lot of good things. And when I say a lot of good things, that also means a lot of ways to make money. So the crypto market cap is at 977. Well, refreshed on me. 977 billion. We're down 0.1% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance is at 40.7%. Ethereum is at 15.2. Let's see. Bitcoin is down 0.5%, but we got to go by week to week. Last time I was with all of you was a week ago. So it's down 4.8% in the last week. Ethereum is up 1% in the last week. BNB is down 1.9. Cardano's down 6.3. Solana 2.8. Dogecoin 9.5. Polkadot 6.1. Shiba Inu is down 2.9. Matic, though, look at this. Matic did the reverse. It is up 15.3%. Wrap Bitcoin down 4. Uniswap is up 22.1% over the past week. So Uniswap had a good run. Monero is up 10.2%. Let's look at the best performers over the past week. Lido DAO is up 60%. Quant 45.3. Airweave is up 26.6. Serum 26.3. Aave 25.8. There you go. Uniswap. I don't know why. Something happened with them. They're up 22.1. Matic is up 15.3. So even CRV is up 8.8. The last week, it's been pretty strong. Pretty strong in this space. Keith Hilton from Maryland. Good morning. My man James Davis Sr. from Texas. Got some crypto millionaires in the house. All right, let's see the worst performers of the last week. Evmos down 16.2, Tinset down 15.5, Terra Classics down 10, Basic Attentions down 10, Steppen is down 10, Doge down 9, ApeCoin down 9, Filecoin down 8, Decentraland down 8. So the DeFi and Metaverse tokens or NFT tokens are down. All right. Now, those, if you're in, that will happen. Matic just partnered with Disney. That's why I got that 15%. Good morning, Kathy. So those of you that are actually in the inner circle, if you're in the inner circle, I actually show my portfolios and open up my wallets. And yeah, I've been, one strategy I've been doing right now, because we've got experts that think that Bitcoin is going to pop up, that 20,000 is the low, 19,000 is the low, and it's going to pop up to 32 to 35K. But then we have other experts that think it's going to fall as low as 8,000, anywhere between 8 to 12K. I personally believe it's going to drop down at least to 15K before it goes back up past 30K. But we're in uncharted territory right now. We have never experienced a recession during the crypto market space. So we don't know how crypto is going to perform. It looks like it's going to perform the same way as a stock market for the time being. So we're going to be in an extended bear winter because of uncertainty. Investors don't like uncertainty. So they're probably going to be chilling for this recession time going well into 2023. So my strategy this summer has been, I still dollar cost average in the market, except I'm not buying coins or tokens. I'm buying USDC, and I'm just sitting it there. And then once I feel we've reached that bottom, whether it's 10,000, 12,000, if Ethereum goes to 500, I'm losing my mind. I'm going crazy. I'm dumping everything into it, and write that sucker all the way back up. I showed you guys I had, well, if those are the inner circle, I had another 12,000 sitting on one project that I have just sitting there. So I'm waiting when Ethereum is still sitting at 1,100 right now, almost 1,200. When that, no, come on, show me the market cap. When that goes 500 to 700, I'm going crazy on Ethereum, because I see that going all the way up to 10,000 next bull cycle. So I'm not going to show my portfolio on Saturdays. I show that for the inner circle. You got to be a part of the inner circle group. And how? Well, let me put that link here. If you want to be a part of the inner circle, ilcasecrets.com, ilcasecrets.com. But there is a major project that I cannot ignore that we have to speak on, that I've been talking about all week for the inner circle group. For those of you that purchased the Nugent coin, I have been saying all week, preparing for what was going to happen, that it was not going to go live on any exchange on Friday. I predicted that best case scenario next Friday, more likely probably August 1st, before you'll see any activity on the exchange. So those of you were when we were on our training call Thursday night, everybody got excited because I wasn't on the the Nugent update call, but they said, Brandon, you were right. They're not launching tomorrow. Well, if you're educated, you're not even fazed by that. You weren't even surprised by that. It was expected. So we'll see how things pan out during the week, but I will pull up, because who likes dream mode? Anybody like dream mode? I'm going to give you guys what I believe is worst case scenario, what I believe is realistic, and what they think is best case scenario. See, once you're crypto educated, you no longer need to listen to the hype of anybody promoting any opportunity, or the programmers or the CEOs, because they're always going to hype it up to the best possible. But you use your education to sift through all the noise and see what's really going on. and why and how. That's how I was able to predict that they weren't going live on Friday. But I'm going to give you guys all the different scenarios. So I'm going to do this with what I have, and then you guys can do it with your own. For those of you that have this, and if you're not a part of this, that's okay. This is a learning experience because there's going to be so many more. There's always another coin out there. All right, there's always going to be another one. In fact, I just signed an NDA yesterday about something that's going to happen next month, and I can't speak on that yet. But there's always going to be something. So when I look at my Nugent right now, sitting on 500 and wait, is there any new updates? Oh, anybody in the Toronto area? There's a blockchain futurist conference happening on August 9th through the 10th in Toronto, Canada. August 9th through the 10th. I know Nugent will have a booth there, so I think people from the community is going to that event in Toronto. I think even Lanu, I think I saw her post something about she might be there at this event. What is this? This looks new. Nugent final total coins equal total deposit plus total staking. On our new dashboard view, it shows the total deposits, the amount. Oh, I didn't even look at the. Oh, this is the new dashboard view. Okay, the total deposits example. 1,100 Nugent coins plus 10% bonus will compound 6,300 total staking. Final total deposits 1,100 Nugent coins. Final total. Okay, yeah, okay. Spanish conference call. Okay, that's new. As of today, we still have 12,000 members who did not upload their KYC. If you haven't done that, please get that out the way. You don't want to be in a situation where you're ready to trade your coins and you can't because your KYC is not done. They are following all the rules and regulations that they can to be compliant. So you're not going to be able to move anything around if you haven't done your KYC. That means know your customer. All right, so my total balance here is 570,585 Nugent coins. What is that worth? At today's price of 88 cents, 0.87 times 88 cents, that's $502,000. That's $500,000 worth at 88 cents. Their projection is that it's going to hit the exchange next week at $1.50. Which would put this at $855,000 worth. Pretty cool, right? That's all you got to say, Brandon. Pretty cool. Why are you not, flipping out of your chair, everything? Because I'm crypto educated. When you're crypto educated, you got to take emotions out of it. A problem that I'm seeing in a lot of community when people get into crypto is they spend the money before they actually have it, and they get emotional, and this can be life-changing money for a lot of people. I've already made 7 figures, so it's I'm not impressed by much, and I've been around long enough to know the ups and downs of how things work. So is that good money? Hell yeah, $800,000. But I operate. What if it fails by 90%? All right. What if it fails by 90%? Would I still make a profit? And the answer is yes. So failing by 90% means, let's say this 88 cents drops to 8 cents. Okay. Now I spent about 17K to get this amount. And I got it when it was like, I don't know, less than 10 cents. And I was back in February. I forgot what the price was. Was it 20 cents in February? I don't remember. But I spent 17K. So 570,000. And it goes to 8 cents. That's still worth 45,646. It cost me 17K. So I made my money back plus a nice hefty profit. So does that make sense, guys? So even if The worst scenario, it fails by 90%, I still make a profit. That's how I make my decision on things. When I vet opportunities, even if there might be some red flags, doesn't mean that you can't make money on it or that it's a scam. You have to come up with your own strategy, whether it's short term or long term, that you can make your money on. So I look at it as I say, okay, is it good enough to get involved with? Will I win if they fail by 90% of what they say? 8 cents, I still win. It's at 88 cents right now. So then I look at what is more likely scenario, because I always play devil's advocate. Here's the most likely scenario that I can see probably taking place, because we are still in a bear market right now. Whenever a coin launches or a token, it has that initial boom because it's early. Then you have the early guys sell for a profit, and then you have it come down. This is what you want to watch for, whether things are a pump and dump. If it comes all the way back down to where it launched at, that could be seen as a pump and dump. What you want to see is if it hits that middle range, starts to level off. That's what I consider a successful launch. So more than likely, what I see happening is as soon as this goes live, most people aren't even going to know how to trade in and trade their coins. And they did something very smart. You're not as I don't want to use the word pre-investors, but for those that everyone that got in on the pre-sale for the smart contract, the benefit of you getting in early to get the coin cheaper is that you're providing liquidity for the project. So it's not in the project's best interest that all you guys that got in early, you sell every token you have on day one. That kills the project. So you've got to limit that. Like most projects, you've got the developers and the people behind it, their holdings is locked up for 6 months or so. They can't pull anything out because that's providing liquidity for the system, for now the public to come in and have confidence that there's money there that's sitting there that can actually be traded with. So the genius thing that they did was they were allowing you to sell 6% on day one. 6% is still profit for everybody. And that provides liquidity for the market. And I shared this in my inner circle, and I'll share it with you guys, what I believe that they're doing, because if you're going to sell a coin, somebody has to buy it at that price. How can they know when you see Fazil say $1.50, $2.50 on launch? How can he say that? Doesn't the market dictate that price? Do you already have investors waiting in the wings to buy it at $2.50 on launch day? The answer is yes, because you know how. Now I might be saying you'll never hear this in the Telegram group or they'll admit to this, but I've been around long enough. I've been on the developer side of things. I know how things work. So here's what they did, and this is genius, by the way. Or Kathy says brilliant. Here's what they did. There's no affiliate program on this, so they don't have to pay affiliate commissions. One level, unilevel reward. That's like Coinbase. So, but there's no commissions. There's no levels to this. So they've been raising money every time people bought the smart contracts, and that they didn't have to pay anything out on. Then on launch day, they're allowing at least 6% of all of the tokens they've already got budgeted to be sold. 6%. So then you put a price to that. If 6% all coins were to sell at $1.50 or $2.50, how much money would be needed to buy that 6%? So they already know what that number is. So then what they say is, as a company, on the back end, there's not going to be public knowledge. We are going to buy back 6% of all the tokens. It's like when a company that's in an IPO, they launch, and then the company itself, the board, decides to do a buyback of their own stock. So if they buy back 6%, they've already got the money sitting there. What that does is you set the price on the market so that other investors, once it hits CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Binance, and the others, it already has a price because there's already a buy order to buy up that 6%. The company already has that set. The price is now set. Now from there, whether it goes up and down will be based on the market. But there's already now a value set for it. Here's what else happens. All of you that's able to sell it at that price of $1.50 or more, your confidence is now even bigger. And you know what you're going to do? Because this is what I would do. I would buy more on the open market. I would start to buy the other coins that they have, their other projects. You've now built confidence in the space. You're now off to the races. So that is why I see they can afford to buy back 6%, allow every single one of you to get your get profit. You're not selling all your coins, and you still have 94% of your tokens left. So if I were to sell 6% of this, it's like $30-something thousand for me. So I still make my investment back, the 17K, plus a bonus on just the 6%. Am I making sense? Are you guys still with me on this? I'm telling you how things work behind the scenes. So now let's look at that scenario. If it does $1.50, first, if I can only do 6% of this, that's 34,000 tokens. Me personally, I am going to sell 3% because I want the profit. I want the money up front, and it makes me feel good. So that's half of that. So let's do this. Multiply or divide that by 2. 17,000 tokens times $1.50. That gives me $25,000. But that still leaves me with 17,117 tokens that I can sell. Then I'm going to wait. I might wait a month or two. I might look at the beginning of October, and I'm going to see where the price is at. Because Fazil said something else, and this is where we're going to be in dream mode. He said, I see it quickly going to $25 a coin. I don't believe that, but let's say he's right. He knows something that I don't know. With all the projects that this has going on, with the partnerships, the merchant accounts, the bank, the metaverse, the NFTs, the MasterCard, all the other stuff they got going on. He knows something I don't know. And he says $25. I'm going on record. I don't believe it. But what if it's true? $25? I sell another 3%, but I sell it for $427,000. If it's true. All right. Now, I like what Kathy said because I believe that's more likely scenario. $5. So if I go 17,117, this is what I more think she's right. I say anywhere between $3 to $5 by October, if everything goes according to plan. So if I sell it for $5, that's still 85,000. 85,000 plus 25,000. That's $110,000 I made on this project, and I spent 17K, and I still have 94% of all of my tokens. Now, you want to know real dream mode? This might, some of you guys might pass out on this, but this is crypto. 570,000 at $25 a coin. That's 14.2 million. So when you hear them say, yeah, people are going to become millionaires off of this, it's happened before. It will happen again. The question is, will it be in this project? Possibly. I think it's probably more probable. He said another number. Oh, go to $100. I definitely don't believe that's going to happen. $100 a coin. Because if you've got 10 billion tokens, $100 each, the entire crypto market cap needs to be at least 10 trillion plus. And that would mean Nugent has to have about $1 trillion market cap. Is it possible? Yes. Probable? Highly not likely. Maybe in 5 years or so, if the crypto market cap goes to 20 trillion. But what if? We're in dream mode, right? What if it goes to $100 a piece? 57 million. Again, this isn't pipe dream stuff. This has already happened with other tokens. Binance, FTT, OKB, Shiba Inu, Doge, Ethereum, Ripple. I mean, any of the top coins, if you got in at the beginning and you held it for 3 to 5 years and you got a significant amount early on and you didn't sell when it started getting exciting, this is exactly what happened. So here's another strategy of what I'm going to do. As soon as I sell my 3%, I'm buying a lot of their next project, Realty Coin, because this is scheduled to go, according to them, live in September. More than likely, probably October, probably in the fourth quarter. But it's only 20 cents right now. And according to them, they think it's going to be worth more than Nugent Coin. So I'm going to buy a lot. Wait a second. I'm going to buy some right now. I'm able to roll up. Let's roll up. Roll up all of it. 8160. That gives me what? 39.3 tokens. But I'm going to buy a couple $1,000 worth of this. Yeah, I just rolled it up. Now, let's say, for example, I buy $5,000 more. Well, no, let me just go with what's sitting there right now. Total tokens here. Let's see. Is this accurate? And you guys know more than me. If I do this wrong, let me know. 2,631 tokens plus 7,690 plus 540. So 10,861 tokens at 20 cents. That's $2,172 worth. 10,861 tokens. So 10,861. What if it goes $1.50 on launch? That's now worth $16,000 with just this. So that's 1,000. That's about $2,100 worth of tokens. We'll flip to 16,000. Now I'm going to probably buy another 5,000 more of this. What if it goes to $5? So if Nugent Coin pops off, then confidence is going to be even bigger. So people within the community is going to use part of their earnings to buy this. So if you're corporate on Nugent's side, like I said, it makes sense for them themselves to buy up 6% back, because the people are going to then spend a bit of that right back in the system for the next project. Do I think it'll hit at $2.07? I don't know. $2.07. I stick with worst case scenario, 90% failure rate, 20 cents. Can I live with 20 cents? Yes. Flip 2,000 to 16,000. That means that if I add another 5,000, that's $7,000 worth. Then that will end up being about 40K, 50K. I'm cool with that. I always work off of that. Manage your expectations, everybody. Manage your expectations. If it happens, great. And then flip it. Again, take a little bit of profit for yourself. Don't go crazy. And then flip that. Everything I have now, like if you look at this is millions of dollars worth. Started from $30 I started with in 2017 in the crypto space. $30 in crypto education. That's what I had. $30. and education. So this is one project, and don't have all your eggs in just one. Those of you in the inner circle, I've shown you 4 of them. 4 projects, all of them 7 figures each. So I will share this. I said, my cousin asked me, if they all work, what is that worth? So if those 4 projects that I got all pan out, my worth is close to $70 million if they all work out. I don't expect them all to work out. Doesn't work that way. I only need one. But if they all work out, hey, that's even better. But worst case scenario is still 7 figures, because we're diversified and we're educated in the crypto space. And this is just one. What I've been staying away from is projects that have been compounding, meaning, people want to put $1 in a machine and pull $3 out later, that this is trading on my behalf, that type of stuff. People have made millions off of that, but a whole lot more people have been left with holding the bag and wiped out. And those companies cannot survive a bear market. So I steer clear of those opportunities. It doesn't mean that they're bad. That's not what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that they're scams. People get very sensitive about that stuff, about me telling the truth. I tell the truth. I'm the bad guy. No, I tell it like it is. You make the decision. You can know the truth and still make money. Okay, are you hearing me on that? You don't want to put your head in the sand and just hope everything happens. You can know the truth and still make money from it, and know when to avoid, when to get in, when to get out. Don't be afraid of the truth. Don't be afraid of teaching your people the truth. Like this week, somebody told me, Brandon, you're bursting a lot of bubbles out there, because people was already planning their retirement, planning what house they're going to buy, all this stuff. And I'm like, no. Don't do that. Someone says, where can you purchase Nugent? You can't. The pre-sale is over. We brought this to the community in February, gave people an opportunity to get on board. You'll be able to purchase it again when it's live on the exchange. Their goal is by next Friday. I'm leaning more towards probably August 1st. If it happens before, then great. I'm excited. I make a lot of money if it happens before. But I'm not expecting until August. So I hope this makes sense with everybody. I wanted to show you Dream Mode. This is one of our 7-figure projects. And it's about the project. It's about the token. I'm not into team building and any of that kind of stuff. Okay, it's about the project. So congratulations to those of you who took advantage early on. Those of you who did not, you have a second chance. When able to, you've got multiple other projects that they have. For example, this is the Realty coin, but then there's more. And I'm going to be on all of them. Oh, well, I'm actually already am. The Realty coin, Energy coin, Oxygen coin, and the Travel coin. I'm going to be on all of them and making a nice profit on every single one. And then using that profit to flip it for another project and keep doing and keep going and keep going to the $100 million status. Then we reach the $100 million status. Next stop, $1 billion status. How to get to the $1 billion status is not going to be from any of these coins. It's going to be from being able to invest in the projects themselves. I'm going to have a $10 million VC where I can put 200,000, 300,000 on different blockchain projects that are up and coming, trying to find the next Amazon, the next Alibaba, the next Google, who's going to be that next space in the blockchain space. The biggest companies in the world don't exist yet, but they're going to be from Bitcoin, from blockchain technology. That's how you get to $1 billion status. A $300,000 investment today could be worth $400 million 5 years from now. So that's the goal, and I get more details of this for those of you who join the ILCA community. Education is key. Education is everything. 5-day challenge, there's no cost of being involved. Everybody should be. It's not about me. If you're not involved because you don't like me, you're doing yourself a disservice. It's not about me. July 25th is our next 5-day challenge. I want it to be the biggest one ever. Last month was our biggest one ever, and it's only going to get bigger and better. All right, so now let's take a look at some news. Coinbase news. And I said all that too. For those of you that's in the ILCA community, you're going to know exactly what to do. You know what we did? What Thursday night, we actually showed, okay, now once you get your tokens, what's next? How do you sell it? How do you put money back into your bank account? 80% of the people in the project have no idea how to do that. They're screaming about, I need my token on the exchange, but you're not going to know what to do once you get it on the exchange. And by the time you figure it out, who knows what the price might have done by that point. It pays to be educated. All right, as Coinbase falters, Binance.us is waiting in the wings. After a turbulent, and I'll say this too, as exciting as this is, there are people already in our community that have more than I do. Double what I do. They've got more than 1 million Nugent coins right now. All right. They're not going to have a good day. All right. After a turbulent start, the exchange is starting to make inroads into the U.S. market. As the largest publicly traded crypto exchange in the United States, Coinbase has become something of a household name. But as the going gets tough in the crypto markets, the company seems to be fumbling the bag, leaving it vulnerable to competition. Now, I know when I do crypto education with Bitcoin 101, I always tell a beginner to get started by using Coinbase. Now, understand what I'm saying. Get started, because most people are familiar with how the banking industry works, the banking system works. Coinbase is the biggest and most compliant in the US and the most secure as far as connecting to your bank account and whatnot. It's easy onboarding for somebody like my mom, who's not going to be all into crypto trading, who's not going to be having multiple coins, who's not going to be mining, who's not going to be staking, not going to be moving from one wallet to another every day. She's just buying Bitcoin. Coinbase is the first place that you can get started and you can learn from. However, long term, I can't stand Coinbase. I hate Coinbase. I don't do any transactions with Coinbase outside of training. I don't log in maybe once every 4 or 5 months. And the reason why is Coinbase is a custodial wallet, meaning you don't own the private key. If you put tokens on Coinbase, you don't own it. You may have access to it for now, but at any given time, they can freeze your access. They can all of a sudden say, we're not allowing any withdrawals, or there's a glitch, or we're being hacked, or we're freezing for a week, or KYC is not really there, even though you already did it. Whatever reason, I have a personal friend that has thousands of Bitcoin. Yes, I said that. He got in 2013 and didn't know what he was doing, and sitting on thousands of Bitcoin locked up in Coinbase because they won't allow him to move it anywhere. He's got lawyers and everything involved and then they only allowed him to do, I think he was able to move 400 something Bitcoin. He's got one of the largest accounts with Bitcoin, and they're messing with him. But for a beginner, it's good to start. Coinbase's stock price is down nearly 80% from where it started the year, and it recently made headlines for laying off 1/5 of its staff. Now, to be fair, Coinbase is not the only one. The entire crypto market's been in a bear market since all year. And when you're in that when you're in that space, everybody gets hit. The stock market got hit. Forex market got hit. We're facing a recession. Inflation is through the roof. And so it's not just Coinbase, but the focus right now is on this Coinbase. So the company posted a $430 million loss in the first quarter of 2022. What about Clever? Well, Clever, I view Clever. Clever is easy to use, kind of. I only use Clever when I was doing Tron stuff because Clever has its own blockchain to it. So there's a lot of different conversions from the ERC20 and or Binance and then Clever's blockchain that is easy to make mistakes when you're trying to move from one token to another. So I don't teach and I don't train on it. To me, it's at least they're more secure than MetaMask. It's like another reason, like MetaMask. I don't touch MetaMask. Doesn't mean it's not, you can't use it. You can. I like to keep things simple. And there's just too many rooms. If there's too many rooms for error, human error, I don't want to mess with it. So Coinbase, my issue is it's controlled by a group and a company, and they can freeze your account at any given time, especially when the market is about to do something volatile and you want to go in there and you want to be able to stake or do the tether game real quick, sell your tokens into a stable coin. All of a sudden, Coinbase, things is not working. You're not able to do it. And you just missed the whole thing because they want to take 7 days and you need to do it instantly. Clever, it's just too easy to mess things up, moving from one wallet to another. But it's not that it's bad. There's others out there who, like Herschel. Herschel's a pro at using Clever. So it's not that it's bad. It's not my personal preference. The company posted $430 million loss in the first quarter, underperforming Wall Street analysts' expectations. Its trading volumes and number of monthly transacting users were both down from the fourth quarter last year. Bad news for a company that depends heavily on transaction fees for its revenue. The exchange got over its skis quicker than ever. Coinbase itself probably imagined, a point evidenced by its decision to rescind job offers last month from candidates who had already accepted them. Its competitors, though, have been lying in wait for their moment to close in on the U.S. market. Now sensing Coinbase's moment of weakness, the two largest crypto exchanges in the world by volume, Coinbase is third globally, Binance and FTX. These are two exchanges I had an opportunity to buy the tokens when they were like 50 cents, and I didn't, and I missed out. That's like what Nugent is at right now, the beginning stages. So Binance and FTX are hoping, you know what? Let's do a dream mode real quick. I'm going to dream mode on FTX. Sam Bankman-Fried became worth $10 billion in 2 years, and he didn't even launch his exchange in the U.S. He launched it in Hong Kong. But let's go back 3 years, and I take the same $17,000 that I put in for Nugent. All right, let me show you a reality here. 17,000, and the price at the time was $1.15. And I ended up with 14,782. You know what? Let's say I have the same amount of tokens as I do from Nugent. 507. How much? 570,000. Let's get that same number, 570,000. At 570,000 freaking FTX. I'm going to lowball this because I did get it when the price was at, what did Kathy sold that with 21 cents? This is $1.15. I'm going to cut this in half. Let's divide that by 2. So I've got 285,000 FTT tokens 3 years ago. And then it hit its all-time high 10 months ago. Will that scare you? What if I just go with today's price? Let's just go with today's price. 285,000 times 27, 28. That's $7.7 million. That is real. That is what happened. If somebody did that back 3 years ago, and people did, that's why I look at NewGen as a great chance to repeat. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least I tried. But do you see? I just showed that proof. Let's do it again with Binance. 285,000. Let me put that number in there. 285,000 tokens. Pull up BNB. Okay, we got to go back to 2017 when we got on Binance when it first came out. Now, when I saw it, it was actually higher than this October 19th. I saw it in September, August or September. But here you got it at 4 cents. But I saw it when it was around 50 something cents. So 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, you've got 285,000 tokens of Binance. And then we're just going to go with today's price, not the all-time high of $686, because you guys aren't going to sleep. You're not going to believe it. But people had 285,000 coins of Binance. Let's just go with today's price. $239.45. That's $68 million. That actually happened for people. I want to really dream of 28.5. At the highest price it got to, $686. 195 million. Oh, that hasn't. What do you think happened to people in Gala? What do you think happened in Gala? What do you think we're expecting to happen in green whenever that finally can get kicked off right? What do you think happened for people in Dogecoin or Shiba Inu? All right, so let's go back to the article. Okay, so FTX and BNB wants to get in on the U.S. market on Coinbase. So let's see where to leave off at. Underperforming Coinbase. All right, the exchange got over its skis. Yeah. Now, sensing Coinbase's moment of weakness, the two largest crypto exchanges in the world are ready to pounce. Binance and FTX. The three crypto games all have different established customer bases and are trying to steal each other's market share. Retail investors comprise around 95% of Coinbase's transaction revenue, although institutions account for most of its trading volume, according to its latest quarterly filing. FTX is best known for catering to more sophisticated traders through its derivatives offering, which makes up the majority of its volume. A natural fit for the exchange given its founder and chief executive Sam Bankman-Fried's background working at a quant hedge fund, Coinbase entered the derivatives business for the first time last month, while FTX launched an institutional trading platform in March of this year. SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, as he's known in the crypto world, has been pulling out all the stops to broaden its appeal to the average retail investor, introducing zero-fee U.S. stock trading in May to try to turn FTX into a one-stop shop for its customers' needs. After all, if Coinbase ascended to its current level of success, in large part because of U.S. retail investors, its decline presents a valuable opportunity for global exchanges to poach its users and bolster their own revenues. How many of you guys have an FTX account? How many of you have an FTX account? If you do not, you should register. One, you should have a Binance US and an FTX account. Even if you're not going to trade on it, at least have it ready. And I do not remember what I did with FTX. I'm gonna really play around with FTX. I know I have an account with them. I'm gonna have to play around with this
and see maybe if they can be that right alternative to Coinbase. If they're going to be offering the same type of functions, then I'm going to switch. Instead of telling people to set up a Coinbase account for beginners, set up a FTX account. FTX won't let you withdraw until you have 20K. Yeah, I got to research them. I got to play around with FTX. All right. In some places, is FTX like Binance not available in the state of Texas or New York? Because if you're in Texas, you can't use Binance.us. So it makes sense then. Binance has a site set on luring more retail investors, but the largest global exchange is still a bit of a dark horse in the race for the U.S. market as it battles against FTX for customers. Its Binance.us division saw spot trading volumes below 300 million as of July 12th. Yeah, Gemini is good to use. I have an account. I don't always use it, but Gemini is okay. They just have their fees are a little higher. That's a drop in the bucket compared to its global business, which saw volumes of $10 billion for the same period, about 7 times higher than volumes at both FTX and Coinbase. Today, 70% of trading volume on Binance.us, the American offshoot of the global exchange, comes from institutional customers. Its CEO, Brian Schroeder, told TechCrunch in an interview, still, retail investors bring in more revenue overall, in part because of the steep discounts Binance.us offers to its highest volume customers. Binance is also taking a markedly different approach from FTX in luring U.S. retail investors, focusing on its core competency in crypto. Some exchanges want to go back to stock trading and target that market. That's, again, not a wrong or right approach. We are a pure Web3 company, and I'm going to, once I finish the metaverse lessons, I'll be doing a complete series on Web3. We're not going back. We're moving forward. We want to build more Web3 tools, Binance founder CZ told Decrypt in an interview this week. Now, let me tell you guys the flavor of the month in the future, where you're going to see network marketing companies in the crypto space. Their focus is going to be DeFi, NFTs, and metaverse. Remember that. Every year or 2 years, there's a new flavor of the month. 2016 to 17, it was pool mining and ICOs. Then in 2019 and 20, part of 2021, it was all about smart contracts, compounding, trading, bot trading, that kind of stuff. And then in the future, it's going to be metaverse, NFTs, and DeFi stuff. So keep your eyes peeled for projects in those spaces. So Binance is taking, let's see, some exchanges go back to that. The exchange is also taking a less flashy tack when marketing in the US, while other competitors, including Coinbase, FTX, and Crypto.com, were spending millions of dollars on Super Bowl ads during the crypto bull run. Binance.us stayed relatively quiet. Under Schroeder's tenure, Binance US seems to be reversing its reputation, once marred by rapid management turnover and ongoing regulatory battles, and pulling ahead in the fight to win over the U.S. retail investor. From a customer's perspective, its strategy is undeniably appealing. Undercut competitors by offering lower fees. Coinbase's fees are notoriously high, at up to 3.99% for certain spot trades, compared to FTX.us, which charges up to 0.20%. Binance US, meanwhile, reaffirmed its commitment to keeping costs low for its customers last month when it launched fee-free Bitcoin spot trading for all users, saying it is the first U.S. crypto exchange to have done so, though it's worth noting that exchanges still make money from the spread on trades, even if they don't charge an upfront fee. It also rolled out a staking product last month that it claims provides some of the highest APY rates compared to its competitors, and said it plans to add fee-free trading for more currencies in the future. On the cost side, it is unquestionable that we are the lowest cost provider in this space. When asked about how Binance.us is able to provide above market yields from its staking product, Schroeder's response was, "My guess is that when you look at the other firms having much lower APYs, it's just that they are taking that themselves and we are passing it on to the customer. Naturally, investors gravitate toward lower fees and higher returns, giving the deep-pocketed Binance a potential advantage over Coinbase in that it can afford to sacrifice profits in the US to attract users as long as it makes them elsewhere. The same goes for FTX, which is able to offer no-fee equity trading only because it's making money in other parts of the business. That is one big advantage from them. They made their money. Most of their money is not even in the United States. Customers have shown enthusiasm for Binance US through investors, although investors at times have seemed more hesitant. Still, this April, the company was able to raise its first external funding from investors in a $200 million round, valuing it at $4.5 billion. The fundraise, and this is subtle stuff you want to look at, how the road to becoming a billionaire. When big companies like this do private fundraising, you want to get in on that if you can. Like I said, I just had to sign an NDA to find out about another private fundraising that's going on. The fundraise market, a crucial first step on its path to an IPO. Okay, that's another way. You're not going to become filthy rich purchasing tokens. All right, just keep you'll get well off, but it's far and few between. Yes, that's a good long-term goal, but get in on IPOs on some stuff. Armed with the new cash and an extension to the round that Schroeder says is coming soon, the company seems well positioned to weather a choppy market. It is actively hiring for 80 plus. So while Coinbase is laying people off, Binance is hiring. What I experienced, that's something different. Okay. Wait. What I experienced at Uber, I'm living through again. Despite Binance's recent efforts in the U.S. market, its messy history with local regulators makes it easy to underestimate. The company is currently under investigation by the U.S. CFTC for allegations that it engaged in market manipulation. The U.S. Justice Department and IRS are also reportedly examining whether the exchange engaged in money laundering and tax evasion. That's a big concern I have, because they're tied to Tether as well, helping Tether out back in the day. And one of my biggest fears is not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when Tether crumbles. We saw this with Terra, was it Luna? Yeah, Terra Luna, when they had some version of their stable coin that wasn't backed by actual money. And CZ, the CEO of Binance, was heavily invested into that project. And $45 billion was wiped away almost overnight. And that helped to tank the markets. That's nothing compared to what Tether has. And when that happens, the entire market's going to go through its worst crash it ever has before. That's a good opportunity. But for those of you that have a lot of holdings, either you're going to be able to hedge it, maybe get with USDC before, or you just write it all the way down and wait for it to come back up. But I believe that's going to happen sooner rather than later. So this investigation is going on. You got the Justice Department and IRS. So everything that I had in Tether, I've moved over to USDC instead of Tether. Now, whenever you hear me say I'm playing the Tether game, it doesn't mean I'm using Tether. I'm playing the stablecoin game. That's just part of my vernacular now. I'm using USDC. So let's say, see anything. I mean, this is going to keep going on. Nothing else here. All right. So that is it for that. I'm going to be looking more into FTX. I do have an account with them. I did create one. I got to pull that up and see what's the pros and cons of using this over Coinbase. That's for a beginner. not for an advanced person, but for a beginner. And I might move a lot of money on here too to play with, just to see how this could work. So what's happening next? Next up, I'm not doing anything tonight. I have a lot of work that I need to do offline. So nothing's happening tonight, but I will be doing an opportunity call for ILCA tomorrow. Who wants to make six figures? You know, the Federal Reserve stated that 46% of all crypto holders in the US earn $100,000 or more a year. Well, I've created the opportunity for you to do that in my own company. I don't need another company to market their stuff. I can do it on my own. You help 100 people get crypto educated through ILCA, you make $117,000 and $4,400 a month. Helping 100 people get crypto educated. I'm going to be doing that presentation tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We have 9 days away for our next 5-day challenge, July 25th. There's no cost. Register at ilcachallenge.com. And if you like this crypto talk, we do this every day. I go in more detail during the week for our inner circle members. This one, Saturday, is for the public. But because NewGen is supposed to launch next Friday, I'll be talking about it all week in the inner circle. So if you want to be a part of the inner circle, and I do it every morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. You guys realize now I've been doing crypto talks for almost 5 years. I started them the fall of 2017. So we're going to be doing that again Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, right here on, well, not right here. You got to register, ilcasecrets.com. It's in our private inner circle group. Then I am, we've got a launch. I forgot. Let me share screen again. This Wednesday, our marketing team, ILCA is not a one-man show. My skill set is in creating crypto content. That's my skill set. However, I hired a marketing company to put ILCA together for me. To put all the stuff that we have, I hired a firm that does that, more than 34 employees that works on my behalf to do all this stuff. You might have only seen one person. It's not just one person. There's a whole firm behind this. And the marketing system that we put in place, we have, for the first time, and this is a very rare opportunity, we found a company that's willing to give the firm complete access to certain stuff. And I'm not going to say it publicly. I don't want nobody else trying to copy what they do. But never before done in this way, so that we can take their product and market it, not white labeling it, but marketing it where people never even go to the company. They don't even know the name of the company. When we're taking a product, so we want to prove how this works, where the focus is on customers, the focus is on the product, not building a team. That in network marketing, that's where people think I make all my money because I have a huge downline. What if you don't know a lot of people? What if you don't have a huge downline and a huge list? We have a funnel that has done something else that I've never seen before. How would you like to be able to get a whole lot of sales without having to do any advertising? How do we do that? Well, the firm figured it out. Again, it was something I never saw before. So this Wednesday, we're going to be doing a short presentation on what the funnel system can do. It's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Why? Because really it's designed, we not only want United States people, but we've got a lot of people overseas that's going to be on this. So 2 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna. These are, changing the landscape of how to promote, a new way to promote your products digitally, how to get new reps for your opportunity, how to easily tap into content to promote your business, the done-for-you system to generate customers regularly, how to duplicate yourself and follow up with prospects automatically. Now, that's the system. In this, we're going to show the product that we've added to this system to show you how it works. You can use any product with this system. If you're marketing another company, also those of you, when you see this, you're going to say, I want in on that product. Well, if you want in on the product, I'm making a list of people. So I'm making a list. So if you want in on that product, because it's a no-brainer, and you'll see the system we're using. If you want in on the product, but you want to use your own system, that's fine. If you've got your own marketing system, you've got your own funnel, you see what we're doing with the product and you want in on it, send me a private message and I'll put you on the list. However, when you send me a private message, let me know how you know me. Whether if it's through ILCA, who invited you through ILCA? Whose network were you a part of to get to me? Because you got to go through them first. You know, I am not in competition with anybody. I'm not attempting to what do they call that? Cross recruit or stealing anybody's list or stealing anybody's downline or none of that. My focus is on the marketing system because I have a partnership with them through my company, ILCA. The marketing system is not my company. Okay. I have a partnership with them. So my focus is on the system. Anything that it markets is gravy. But like what happened when my last client, when IMC wanted to use my crypto education, and then I saw what they were doing with the token, I went in on that. Same thing happened here. I saw what this product is, what this company is doing. I said, ooh, I went in on that. But the only way I can get in on it is if I sign up. So that's, let me send you the, well, I can just put it here. The link to register. The only way you can see this presentation is if you register. Buildyourdownline.net. And I have that here. Let me stop sharing screen. Put that there. Yeah, that's scrolling. No, not Bitcoin 101. Didn't I have that set up here? All right, let me put it in. Let's go back. Buildyourdownline.net. Let's add this to the banner. Okay, there it is. Buildyourdownline.net/July 20th. Buildyourdownline.net. There's no cost to register. All you got to do is register and come see what's happening. My business partners are about to take this very seriously. I'm Switzerland. So the only thing that I take very seriously is my ILCA, my own company. But I understand multiple streams of income. The average millionaire's got 7 to 10 different streams. Nugent can make me millions. That's just one stream. So I'm adding multiple different streams. So this is just another stream for me. But we have some of my business partners that are taking this very, very seriously. So it's going to be a very exciting run with this. We'll see what we can do with it, but there's no cost. Buildyourdownline.net/July 20th. If you want to see what's going on, maybe you want to be a part of it. Maybe you won't. At least, you got a chance to see what's up. All right. And then is there anything else after that? Oh, guys, I'm going to be a celebrity judge on a Little Miss African American here in LA. And I'm jacked about that because the other celebrity judges, I forgot the guy's name from Grey's Anatomy. And also anybody that watched The Orville, that TV show with Seth MacFarlane. I love that show. But the doctor, she is also a guest celebrity judge. So I get to sit with her up there. So I'm really excited about that. So that's happening next month. And anything else that comes, not coming to my mind, I'll let you know. But we got a lot of things happening. So the 5-day challenge, 1 week from Monday, register for free. The marketing system with a product that sells itself this Wednesday. You want to be a part of that. And tomorrow night, you want to be able to earn $100,000 just by helping to share crypto education. Tomorrow night, It will be a Facebook Live just like this. It'll be everywhere. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Here. Margaretto, will it be recorded on Wednesday? I don't know. I will check and see. Because, again, it's the marketing firm putting it on, not me. So I'll check and see if it'll be recorded. All right, everybody, that is it. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you all tomorrow night. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.